is a demon-choked kingdom shrouded in the plague mists, and it lies somewhere between the deepest blunderbeast pit in the ghoul-haunted woodland of Weir and the tallest of the Yargalik spires in the scintillating plateaus of Ulge. It is a fair land where warriors and warlocks battle abominations for treasure and glory. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the great Eldritch Theatre Dungeons and Dragons Quarantine Podcast.
All of you should have taken a long rest. At the end of this episode, you will all go up to level 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
But not till the end of the episode, so we can't do anything cool till the episode's over.
Are you saying we haven't done anything cool yet?
You had one encounter. That does not count.
This is true.
Yeah, come on, let's kill things. Enough of this talk.
All right. Okay.
Ooh. Once everyone has made that sound, that's when we start.
Okay.
Woo.
Hi-de-ho, everybody, and welcome back to the Eldritch Theatre Quarantine Podcast. Yay!
Muppet arms of excitement!
We've all become Muppets. I will be your Fraggle Master today, Michael Ripley, here in this dungeon for the Eldritch Theatre Quarantine Podcast. We last spoke when our team... Why don't I introduce everybody? It includes a halfling warlock named Amic, played by...
Eric Woolfe.
Right here, hello, man.
A half-drunk human barbarian named, conveniently and very briefly, Rue.
Hello, Adrianna Prosser.
A oak-clad warforged fighter named Vessel, played by...
Phil Rickaby.
And an ASMR cleric named Asil, played by...
Lisa Norton.
Yay! Yay! Fraggle arms. Engaged. So all of you have spent the night in the sated temple of Dom Corvi after having spent the day making plans with your dentist, dispatching a group of grifters who were exchanging water for blood. And if you remember, the water was required because their vampire bosses had dammed the river upstream. And they're very enterprising, no doubt, but they were using, as Pitch discovered, a sated slave for quality control, and our friendly neighborhood fleakin companion made sure that they paid for their transgression. So that happened, and you have a plan to walk upriver, confront the leader of the vamps, someone you learned was named Neferata, and all we know is that to move on Neferata makes sense, but you don't know why she did what she did with the blood bank. Was it opportunism, or is it part of some bigger plan? You just don't know.
Let's find her and tear out her fingernails till she tells us, I say.
Good plan. So you've all spent the night in the temple, and you wake up in the morning. It smells like dog, but in a really good way. You have this sword, but you don't know what it is. Do you remember who had the sword? I think you had it.
I have it. I have it.
Did you want to take it to Buck and have him identify it?
I sure do. It's a rune longsword. What is that?
Okay. So you have this...
Now, wait a minute. While everybody is waking up and having breakfast, I need to resurrect Nesbit, my familiar.
Oh, go ahead. Why do you have to tell us about it?
That's very important. So I need to, before we do anything, I need to bring him back. I need to paint him gold so he looks like a phoenix. I need to put the cardboard beak on his face.
While you're at it, why didn't you apologize for killing him? You crazy bastard.
He technically banished him to another dimension. He didn't really kill him, really.
Well,
but I'm curious, Eric, when he disappears, does the beak remain and just fall down to the ground?
Well, yes, but I pretend I don't see it.
Oh, okay. How does it get picked up? That moment.
Well,
when we make the cartoon version
I
of this.
sneak it quietly into my pocket and pretend it's not there.
Right.
And now I'm going to warn him, too, that if he dies again, I'm going to bring him back as a gazer.
Okay. All right. So...
Oh, yeah, and I picked up some crazy magic Mary Poppins bag, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you can bring that,
she's
too.
got the bag of holding, of course, yeah.
Yes,
could it be? It's
fancy
really big
names
inside.
for my Mary Poppins
As far as I don't know, whatever it is, it goes real deep.
So you bring the items to Buck. Buck sits with the sword set before him on this wide, velvet cloth. His legs are beneath his robe that give you the impression that he's just like this giant golden arrow capped with this serene alien face. And he spits into his hands and he mutters an incantation to the Sanguine Lord before taking the blade in hand and brushing the runes in the blade with his fingertips. And he says,
"Who owns this sword? Who owns this sword?"
I do now.
"You are indeed blessed. This is named Moradin's Comfort, a special find given the incandescent Moradin, most revered of the dwarven gods, usually reserves his blessing for hammers. Mind it well, whomever owned this must have been desperate to part with something so remarkable and rare."
And he gives you the sword, and it is, for your stats, a +1 long sword. And to remind you, it is called Moradin's Comfort. Moradin is a dwarven god, a very fancy dwarven god.
I like it.
So you also have to give him 1 pint of your blood.
Excuse me?
That is the cost for the identify spell.
I mean, we could have talked about that before. Yeah.
Why didn't he say that up front?
I think I'd just been had.
This is understood. This is how it always
I mean, they
goes,
are
right?
fleas. We do.
Sign on the door. It's the kind of thing you should say that when you come in.
I mean, we just met. Can we have dinner first? Like,
He is having dinner.
He's having
All right,
you for dinner.
I mean, I look around the room and I guess, all right, I'm going to sit down and give this guy my blood. I'll see you guys in a minute.
There's 2 sated. One has a kerchief that he's kind of going tung 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 between his hands. They're ready to wrap it around your wrist, and another is holding a syringe that he's cleaning off with alcohol.
So I'm going to sidle up to Asil and say,
We should probably identify your bag.
Well, sometimes I have ideas myself, and that was what I was going to do.
All right.
Crazy
As long as you're
old
ready to go on attack.
bastard. And since I have the ability to cast my own identify spell, I'm not paying any blood to no weird little flea. Much as I love this weird little giant flea.
Okay.
So I'm going to identify my Mary Poppins bag.
All right. So you cast that spell, and you are right. It is a bag of holding. It's basically a magic bag that allows you to put a whole bunch of crap inside, including a person if you wanted. They can only last in there a short amount of time because there's a limited amount of air, but in a pinch, you never know. Anything you put in ceases being the heavy thing that was in. It sort of disappears into a pocket dimension where the weight no longer affects you on this plane.
Oh, this is the best purse ever.
It's a great purse.
Your
Wait a
very
minute, wait a
good
minute.
diaper
You
bag.
had an identify spell the whole time?
I
and
did.
You made poor Rue give a pint of blood?
I didn't know he was going to ask for blood.
Guys, I'm a little loopy. What's happening here?
Everything is fine. You're just going to be fine.
They've actually,
Just
you guys look, and they've actually taken 4 pints of
oh my
blood.
god!
Somebody give me a drink. I don't feel so good.
But it suits you. You're a beautiful pale. As a redhead, you look even more pallid and beautiful and transparent without your blood.
They
I think
hand,
I should
they
nap.
hand you a juice box, and you take a sip, and suddenly you're revitalized.
Excellent.
All right. So unless you have anything more to identify, I think we're ready to hit the road.
Wait a minute, she gave 3 extra pints, though, right?
I think we should negotiate. If she overpaid, we should negotiate with this flea to see what else we can get.
Okay.
I like what the little man's saying.
All right. What do you
Yeah,
want?
they must have other
Guys,
stuff.
guys.
Wait a minute,
We'll
wait a
talk
minute.
to the guy. Amic, talk
I
to
want
the
to
guy.
see the manager.
This flea is part of our team. He's one of us,
We've
practically, isn't he?
overpaid. We're helping you get the vampire and undam the thing, and she's overpaid. And Asil didn't pay anything at all. So what can you give us for these 3 extra pints of blood we donated?
They look at each other, rather confused and embarrassed. Your blood just came so quickly. Your barbarian blood rushed like a torrent into. That was all they could do to replace the bottles and not spill your blood everywhere before staunching the flow. They apologize, and they give you each 2. They give you Asil 2 scrolls of identify for yourself with their apologies.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm standing right here. I'm the one that gave. I demand another juice box.
Sorry, I meant to say you, Rue, not
No,
Asil.
too late. They gave them to me, and I believe that they're safe with me, so I'm going to keep them.
So Asil and Rue fight in front of everyone, and all the fleas are snapping their mandibles and jumping up and down. It's are you going to really are you going to keep them? Are you? Or
I'm
are you
keeping
gonna...
them, Rue. You've just lost a lot of blood.
Rue
You're
can't
very
use
weak.
them, right?
All right, fine. You hold them.
What are
Well,
they again?
I'll take them.
I'm keeping them. I don't know what they are. Sorry, but what are they?
They're spell scrolls that cast identify.
Cast identify. All right, I'll keep them.
So, yeah, for 2 days, you can maybe not cast identify. You can just use those spell scrolls.
All right.
All right. So you are done giving blood, and Buck gives a little nod. 4 sated guard who look like they could be twins to pitch step forward, and Buck says,
These gentlemen will protect you as you make your way to the river. Let them go ahead and clear a path for you.
So he bids you farewell. The doors are opened, and you get the sense that you're being ushered out. Asil,
Aye.
as you look out, and now the sun is just coming up over the city, given your background as someone who grew up in the streets of a large urban setting, you have a sense of the geometry and the hidden rules and pathways that are inherent in any urban realm.
I do.
And as you step out, without even thinking of it, just reading the slope of the land as it goes down towards the river valley, for example, you have a sense of what is the right way. And you make a quick turn in that direction, and the fleas, the sated, are actually a bit surprised that you know your way, and they hop in a blink of an eye, in a way that is startlingly fast. They leap up into the air, and there's, as I said, there's 4 of them. They go off on either side, about a block apart, and every now and again you can see them cresting over the rooftops and lit by the rising sun before going down again. And they are making sure that there is nothing in your way. Obviously, there are zombies about. They're clearing a path down to the river.
Cool.
As you guys are making your way down, led by Asil, you find your way in a manner that impresses the sated who are trying to clear a path. Sometimes you catch up to them in a way that they didn't expect, and you see them hurriedly skipping ahead. They fan out. Every now and again, you hear a commotion. There's that now familiar tapping, that loud Morse code comes through the air. Occasionally you hear shouting and banging and the sound of blades clashing, but it's all very short. And at one point you actually do see a group of zombies. All of them are like wearing team jerseys. Either they were players or maybe they were fans of a local team. And as they kind of catch a glimpse of you guys as you come around the corner, and the four sated rocket out of the sky, glaives extended like these menacing stingers, and they just obliterate the group before they get anywhere near you, and then they hop off again.
These sated come in very handy.
So the riverbed is, as I said, not that far off. It was a winding path, but you make your way there in record time thanks to Asil's guidance. And you've reached what looks like a rampart. And these, like the whole riverbed is walled. And it seems to be a remnant from a time when the city was routinely raided by pirates and bullying neighbors. These ramparts are they're battlements, but they're not full-on fortifications. They've been adapted over the years now that things are safer. There are stairs at intervals, but they've all been blocked off, save for a few. And there are bridges that go across, but those are completely blocked off. It's very Les Miserables. There's large piles of refuse and barrels and planks and whatnot blocking off passage over the bridge. At the bottom of one of these stairs, you guys encounter, well, I'll say you see a rather large-looking orcish gentleman with a large braided graying beard, and he's got kind of pale gray-green skin and one full tusk that comes up almost to his left eye, and the other one is broken off in this kind of yellowed ivory. But he has a real twinkle in his eyes, and you can see he's chatting with a few other guards, but they are gathered around the bottom of what looks like the only stairs that would take you up to the ramparts. What do you want to do?
All right.
Are the other guards vampires or orc-like creatures, or what are they?
It looks like they are all orcs.
Aye.
All right. I have a plan. I am going to use my disguise self ability.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Disguise
again.
myself as a sexy female orc.
There is no way this can
This
go
is
poorly.
already great. No, this is already great. Keep going. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going, keep
Disguise
going.
myself as a sexy female orc with a high skirt and high heels and all the orcish accoutrements.
Yeah, what if you got to lose? If it goes badly, they'll just kill him or rape him, and that's fine with me.
I'm turning to my companions and I'm saying, "Get ready." And then I will walk down, like, so I'm, about 50 feet away from the guards, this big circle around my companions, and I'm going to call out, "Yoo! Yoo!" to the orcish guards. I'm going to say, "Quick, I need some aid. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink." And I'm going to try to lure them all towards me so that my companions can sneak in behind.
So
He's got fabulous eyelashes all of a sudden.
Nice games.
gamma vision. So the lead guard, the one I described to you, he sees you. He sees you, Amic, and is intrigued, and he goes, "Oi, who goes there? Lady!"
I don't speak Orcish, so I'll answer them in common.
And I'll say, just a pretty little orc lady in need of aid from several strong gentlemen at once.
What do you think you're doing, eh? You want to take a little stroll on the ramparts, is that it? Huh?
Come over here and I'll tell you.
He looks at his buddies, and one of them gives him a go for it kind of nudge and pushes him forward, and he tells them to stay put, and he kind of pulls his belt buckle up and sucks his gut in, and he walks up towards you.
All right. Now, as he approaches me, I will use my telepathy, my familiar telepathy ability, to tell Nesbit to turn invisible and to be prepared to take his weapons, sneak his weapons, pick his pocket as he gets distracted.
This is the best cartoon ever.
Is there popcorn in that bag of holding? Because this is amazing.
Awesome.
And he's coming alone?
He's coming alone.
I'm also going to say, where are your friends? Come on, I thought this would be a party.
Sexier words have never been spoken to orc or men.
He says, "All right, lady, with all the brown bread types about, we've had to be careful, eh? What are you doing walking around here all by yourself, pretty young thing like you?"
I'm just looking for a little party with some guards to party with.
"Well, you've come to the right place. Hey, as a special service, we offer an opportunity for those that don't wish to, say, pay the bridge fee, right?
Oh, yes?
We let them go over here at this spot here, right?
Yeah.
Three people at a time. Of course, me and my mates, we take wages to see who makes it across, right? Quite a lot of takers on these bets, as you can see. I'm happy to say that we've done quite well in this venture. You and your friends, you want to go over the ramparts here?
What's the catch?
Well, you see, Lady Wellmet is down there, and she is pretty hungry. But here's the thing. It's free. You get down there and you can play about in the riverbed if you want. You can go over to the other part of Bosford if that's what you want. And here's the thing. I could get really rich and maybe take you out for a nice meal.
If?
Right, well, if you don't die, right?
If I don't die, wait a minute, I don't see... But a pretty little girl like me, there doesn't seem to be any advantage if I'm just risking my own life so you can take me out for dinner. This is stupid. You've got to do better than that. Look at my pretty legs.
So he's going to come closer to you, all right?
Okay.
Do you want Nesbit to try to pickpocket him or something?
Yes, please. Yes, yeah.
Okay. Roll the dice, please. He has to do a sleight of hand.
Oh dear, poor Nesbit.
So as he steps forward, he's looking you up and down. He puts his fingers together and cracks his knuckles. He takes his fingers and he smooths out his bushy eyebrows. He's very eager to make your acquaintance.
When he said you and your friends, was he looking at us or are we well hidden?
Well, he saw Amic step away from you guys.
Oh, but he can't really see us from where we are.
Well, you're only about 50 feet away, yeah.
Oh, like he knows that the pretty York lady has a group of multicultural friends here.
Maybe. Like, he sees that she stepped away from a group, but he doesn't really know what the deal is at all.
I mean, I started to sneak, but then I heard his orc lady voice and I stopped to watch. So I'm sorry if this is my fault that they see us.
Who didn't?
Nesbit rolled a 12 while picking pockets.
Okay. As he's stepping forward, he feels a tug at his sword, and he reaches down and he's going to roll. And he grabs Nesbit by the arm. Nesbit, I think we can count this as a opportunity for Nesbit to pop out of invisibility. Okay. Nesbit is now hanging from the orc's hand, and he holds her up and holds. Is Nesbit a boy or a girl?
Nesbit's a boy. He's a boy, Phoenix. Yeah.
So he holds Nesbit up and says, "Oh, you're a sneaky one. Oh, I like you. Hey, get out of here, bat face." And he throws the imp away. I don't know what Nesbit does, having been tossed, but I assume he's okay. This hasn't tampered his desire to get closer to you. So he comes up. He's within range to have a conversation intimately. And he reaches around. He says, "What say you and I take a little walk? Watch the sun come up here over the city. It's quite lovely." And he puts his arm on your shoulder and is surprised. Is surprised that your shoulders aren't where he thought they were. So the illusion is broken. And what do you say?
I'm going to say, it was a stupid deal anyway. If you were just going to make me walk across the damn bridge and risk my life anyway, what's the point? Come on, friends, let's go!
So what do you guys do?
I'm going to step forward and toll the dead at him.
What?
Whoa. We got you at a 10. We need you at a 2.
That's another level.
I don't like this creepy guy.
They were just going to let us cross.
I don't care. It's too late. He struck a nerve with me.
That's fine. I didn't like him either. He was too fresh.
Exactly.
Okay, go for it.
I am going for it. You better believe it.
Okay.
13.
13?
That's right.
Oh wait, no. I think I have to roll.
Oh, you have to roll for damage. You're right.
No, I have to roll to see if it affects me. So you cast the spell. A bell, a spectral bell, forms over his head in this kind of shivering mirage form. There's a loud gong that sounds up and down the street. He grabs his ears and shakes it off. It doesn't affect him.
What?
Whoa. What do you think you're doing? What the hell?
Sorry, guys. I go a little triggered there.
He's got a really thick skull. Thankfully, that didn't hurt him. He seems more confused than angry.
Well, that's good. I will attempt to use. Can I speak psychically to awaken? Let's see. Can I only telepathically speak to one creature at a time, or can I speak to all my companions at once?
One at a time, I believe.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll just I'll send Nesbit, psychically send Nesbit over and say,
Nesbit, whisper to them that the orcs are going to let us pass anyway. It's no big deal. I don't know why we're going through all this. They'll just let us pass as long as they can bet on us. So let's just go.
Okay. So Nesbit flits over and he passes on the message to you guys. And are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm athletic. I can run the crap out of this. So, let's do this.
All right. So,
or we can kill them and go across however we want. But we might as well.
I just had a lot of blood taken from me. I think the running could be easier.
You had a juice box, which was
very
but
2 juice boxes. I thought 2. Come on now, don't be greedy.
Damn it! I'm an adult here. I need a cookie too.
Don't worry, honey. I've got some identify spells.
Oh God.
Oh.
That was a burn. I shake my head and I'm just going to start a light jog towards this thing.
What? What's wrong? I'm telling you, don't worry your pretty little red head about it. I'm good.
I start going towards the orcs as well. I follow Rue.
Okay, so the four sated who guided you down here give a quick nod to Pitch and hop away, and you proceed to the bottom of the stairs. The guard, whose name is Fella, you notice because it's written in crayon on his armor. Cool. Fella looks at you and he says, "All right, take my advice, mate. You, Pinocchio, ladies, Mr. Shiny Gold Legs Man. If you plan on walking down the riverbed, use your tiptoes, right? A boule lives in the sand down there, and we've seen more than one clever what's said who's decided to walk that frog and toad only to find himself a land shark's on the land shark's menu, if you know what I mean, right? If you know what I mean."
Wait, there's a land shark down there?
Yeah, Lady Wellmet is what we name her, Lady Wellmet.
And is it better if you just let us across?
Well, the thing is, you can go down there, and there's a very good chance that she'll just let you walk on by, right? Sometimes, though, she's a bit peckish, and she'll come up from underground and give you a howdy do, right? And as you look over the rampart, now that you're at the top of the stairs, you can see this vast field. It's maybe about 100 feet across. And there are all up and down this area, for as far as you can see, within this expanse, dotted like Swiss cheese, these holes that are surrounded with coronas of scattered stone and the occasional appendage and viscera.
So, what do you guys think is more fun? Should we kill the orcs and try to go across that way, or should we just let fight the shark?
I think we should try our luck with the land shark.
Yeah, I haven't killed a land shark yet. That's a bingo right there.
Sounds like fun. Land shark!
Land shark! Okay, don't yell about it. She might just be sleeping and we could snuck across.
All right.
Shh, land shark.
He looks at you, Vessel, and he says, I could be persuaded to let you by maybe with some advice if Treebird here would play us a little song on his banjo thing. Something happy. Something to make us a little, kick and prance like, right?
Why, I would be honored to.
Oh, no. He's going to get us all killed.
Gonna make the land.
Thanks, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Just lovely. What is that?
That's Guns N' Roses. They're a band you wouldn't have heard
That
of.
is a piece that I call Rain on the dappled leaves of forests.
Wow. And he doesn't give you a map. He just points to the ropes that you guys have to climb down.
All right.
Okay. So I need you all to roll a athletics check.
I rolled
a 6.
I'm at a 3.
Oh,
dirty 20.
No.
I'm not a very athletic old lady here.
Don't worry, I got you. I'm the fittest pirate in the land.
Thanks. With my powers and your fitness
and my recent vitamin C hit, we're good.
What a power couple we will be.
15 for me.
All right, Vessel. So you stow your mandolin and very deftly, one-handedly, you hop over and shimmy your way down the rope with no problem. Amic, what did you roll?
A 6.
So
a 6.
Maybe it's because you were in a different form for a while there. But you have trouble gauging the length of your arms as you grab hold of the rope. And as you flip over the side, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw or you're going to fall.
Well, that is an 18.
Okay. So you actually lose your grip for a second, and you fall maybe about 5 feet before you deftly reach out making it look like that was your plan all along.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Maybe you flap your yellow cape in a very fancy manner and slip down the rope. Amic is down. So, Asil, what did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Help me.
So you grab onto the rope and you lose your balance. You're starting to fall. grab that 20 and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Help! 7.
Oh no. Okay. So you hop over. The rope is really wide. It's actually maybe there's some dew on it from the morning. It's a little bit slippery for you to grab on. You lose grip. You fall back. You reach out to try to get the rope again, but you're unable to. And you fall
Could
down.
I attempt to catch her?
I do have a dirty 20. I'd love to catch her too. We're so nice.
No, I'm kind of doubling it up by giving the dexterity
Okay.
to save
Okay.
from falling. So she's already, like, the strength was the fail, and I gave her an out. But anyway.
I'm falling while you talk about it.
So you take 2d6 of bludgeoning fall damage,
which is
7 points of damage.
Oh, you do that. I don't do that.
No, I rolled it. 7 points of damage.
Ah.
And Rue, what about you, bro?
I am a dirty 20.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Errol Flynn this.
Yeah,
you are.
You do it blindfolded, just for shits and giggles. You flip over the side. You go upside down and blindfolded. You're switching hands. You're doing silk work. It's very nice. It's
true.
I
did
very Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm admiring it from where I'm lying at the bottom. It's beautiful.
She lands deftly beside you. Yeah. All right. So now you guys are at the bottom of the ramparts. Ahead of you is kind of a rocky expanse for about 15 feet. There is the dry bottom of the riverbed, and there's about 50 feet of that until the other rocky slope that leads up to the ramparts on the other side.
50 feet?
Yeah, about 50 feet.
Okay. Well,
I
let's
have
go.
an idea. Let's send Nesbit ahead.
Okay.
Nesbit, go ahead and be as loud as possible. I'm going to send Nesbit 20 feet ahead from it, and Nesbit is going to make as much noise as you can. So if anyone's going to get eaten, it'll be Nesbit.
Are you serious?
Yes! He's a phoenix. He'll be reborn.
All right.
Nesbit looks at you and is like, are you fine? Okay. And he does this.
I'll tell you, I'm offering to adopt Nesbit at the end of this experience.
Nesbit, who flies, still finds an area that juts out maybe about 5 feet into the flattened bottom of the riverbed area before he launches himself into the air. And you said he's like screaming and yelling and
being noisy.
So he's squawking and chirping and infernal. He makes his way clear to the other side and nothing.
Oh, great. So then we'll just follow Nesbit. Perfect.
So what is our marching order?
Well, I'll go first because if Nesbit just flew across fine.
Okay.
Great, you go first.
I'm going to hang back and let him go a little ways just to...
Me too.
Okay.
He just flew straight across without thumping on the ground at all. It's fine. Let's go.
Go for it.
Follow Nesbit's path.
All right.
March across.
So you go about 20 feet and you encounter one of these holes, which you then have to walk around. So you're about halfway across. No trouble. Who's next?
Awesome.
I shall go.
I'll go.
Oh.
Why don't we go together?
Okay.
I guess we can't do that.
I mean,
sure you can. Why not?
All right, let's go together.
Okay.
I am
You
walking
wanna come with us?
as gingerly as I can.
Me too, and quietly.
I'm trying to be
okay.
quiet.
Good call. Okay, so you're stealthing. So let's get you both to do a little stealth check for me.
Right.
Now, Asil, I think you have disadvantage on stealth because of your armor.
Are you kidding me? I'm 5 feet tall.
I know, but you have heavy,
But I have really
heavy
loud
metal
armor
hanging off of you.
What was I thinking? I shouldn't have ordered this heavy armor. I was bored because I was sitting around at home with nothing to do.
No, I do have disadvantage.
Oh, you do, eh? Okay.
I do because of my mechanical weight.
Okay. So both of you roll stealth with disadvantage, meaning roll your d20 twice and take the lower number.
All right. That's an 8.
Okay.
So my lowest is a dirty 20.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
What
so you guys...
Why is this giant tree man more stealthy than me? This armor, I'm returning it. I'm demanding a refund. This is bullshit.
So Vessel, you go out.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, all right.
I've been sneaking from Rue's flask every chance I get, so I'm a bit impaired.
Are you really impaired?
I'm slightly impaired.
Okay.
But I still have powers. I'm just, I'm my judgment might be a bit cloudy.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Well, that makes sense. Combine that with metal armor and
yeah, it's the pressure.
Yeah, you'll step on the cat's tail.
I'm really proud of you. This really
Rue, did you make this stuff at home? It's really strong.
Yeah, it's my father's recipe.
Good God.
Can I ask a question? So ahead of you is that hole that I described, and just to the right or left, I don't know which way, Amic, you wanted to go around the hole, but in that area is Amic. Are you guys going to follow his path directly, or are you going to go beside him
I'd like
pick a different path?
I'd like to take that path so I can have a look in the hole and see what's in these holes.
Okay.
I am going to go around the opposite side from him, just to balance things out.
Okay.
Good idea.
Amic, did you want to go to the right or to the left of the hole?
To the left, always to the left.
Okay. That's how you dress as well. That's what you tell your tailor.
Exactly.
To the left, to the left. Never mind. No one in this realm knows Destiny's Child, which were big in the land from afar, from which
I don't even know.
Pitch gives you a little nod, Rue, and asks that you go first. He basically is saying, "I'll take up the back of the queue if you want to go."
All right, I nod back knowingly. Let's do this.
Okay. So what path are you taking?
I think to balance things out, I need to follow Vessel.
Okay. So are you going to come up and stand right next to Vessel?
Yeah. Do I need to do anything fancy? Everybody else was rolling, but I'm basically Errol Flynn. So do I just do it?
Well, you can tell me if you want to be stealthy or if you're going to just walk normally.
Oh, do I need to be stealthy? Did I miss a memo? Is there something to be stealthy for?
Well, there
is the land shark.
There's the scary
land shark. Land shark.
That's why we're creeping around.
That's why.
I was like, "What's?"
Did you think we were just like stealthing for shits and giggles?
I mean, I'm very athletic, but I don't know how bendy a tree is in this little old lady here.
Leave Red alone.
I mean, all right, let's be stealthy then. I'm a pirate. I can be stealthy. 17 plus 5 is a lot.
Nice. So you skitter across. Vessel, you not skitter. You never skitter.
Never skitter.
You flit across like a feather on the top of the ocean current. And Vessel, you're looking off in the direction of Amic and Asil, and you're surprised when all of a sudden this large mane of red hair suddenly appears at your shoulder. So once Pitch sees you arrive, he gingerly skips out across, and he's going to try to be stealthy too. He nails it. Okay. So he's actually going to the left. He's about 10 feet farther left than you are, Amic. Okay, now I need to do a little roll here. Oh, Okay. You guys watch Pitch as he hops out silently over to the left of Amic, and almost at the exact moment that Pitch comes to a stop, you feel this kind of trembling in the ground, and I think you're about to meet somebody. Everybody roll for initiative.
No!
Land shark!
Rolling for initiative! Do we add something to this?
Oh, nat 20!
Oh my God.
Baby's on fire!
Natural 11.
18 from me.
17 from me.
Here we go. So Nesbit is first.
I will. I would like to command Nesbit to aid me on my attack when it comes up.
Okay.
By tickling the land shark. Tickle him.
So he will actually come over to stand beside you or fly beside you. He's invisible now, just so you know. You sense that he's approaching and he's over on your shoulder. He's waiting to help you if you need help. And next, it's you, Rue. You feel the ground beneath you trembling.
Mm-hmm. That can't be good.
But you don't know.
And I don't like things that I don't know. Not knowing makes me angry. So I would like to rage out.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. So you use a bonus action to rage.
Might as well.
And did you want to
There's nothing really else
ready in action or something?
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing to do. All right, let's do we play with the Kraken's eyelash rapier or do we play with the Dwarven God's longsword? There's just so many pointy things I have. Yeah, I will ready my rapier, please. And I'm gonna kiss it and be like, watch over me, Dad.
Ooh, backstory.
What are you going to do? Like, what needs to happen for you to use your rapier?
What? I just pull it out? What are you talking about?
So you're readying an action.
Yes. Oh, I see. The thing that will be triggered. I see. All right. Yeah. Let's put it up in a rassemblement. I'm just like, come at me, bro.
Rassemblement. Nice.
Yeah.
Very French and very menacing. So you're ready, and if what happens, you'll do what?
Get too close to me, bro. I'm gonna pop off.
Okay, Amic. It hasn't appeared yet.
It hasn't appeared yet? Well, then I will ready my Eldritch Blast, and when it does appear, I'm going to zap the crap out of it.
Okay. Vessel, what are you going to do?
I shall ready my arm blade. So when it comes within striking distance, I too shall put my blade in its eye.
Okay. How many hit points do you have? You have 31,
yes.
Right? Sorry, I'm just marking this all down in this.
That's not ominous at all. That's not at all ominous.
No, it's always great when
it's always the question you dread. So, how many hit points do you have?
Yeah. And Asil, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I think what I'm going to do is use my thaumaturgy, and
all right.
I'm going to I don't know what this accent is. I'm going to make my voice boom 3 times as loud as normal.
Okay.
And I am going to say, back the fuck off.
In response to your
the ground shaking.
To the ground shaking, there is...
I'm going to nip it in the bud.
About 20 feet away from you, just in front of Vessel and Rue, you see the ground burst open. There is this shower of dust and soil, and this huge beast. It's like 10 feet across and about 20 feet long. It literally looks like a shark had sex with a rhino, and it leaps out of the ground and springs up high into the air. Vessel, I think you were holding an action.
I was.
As were you, Rue. So both of you take a swing.
Yep.
I was too.
Yes, but they're right next to it. So I'm going to let them.
Oh no!
What happened?
We're going to need a bigger boat. 7.
Okay.
That's bad.
All right.
14 for me.
14.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I didn't get that. Wait. Yep. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Yes. 14.
Unfortunately, you both miss.
Oh.
Phenomenally.
Maybe the dust from its explosion gets in your eyes. It flies up into the air. It's still kind of arcing down and looking for a place to land when Amic, you let go with an Eldritch Blast because you were holding that, right?
And I rolled a 22.
Oh, that hits.
And did... sadly, I only did 5 hit points damage.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. So he is... As he flips his leg around and soil kind of sloughs off of its massive shoulders, and the Eldritch Blast hits it, it barely notices. It looks down at you, Rue, and opens its mouth wide. It's gone up about 15 feet, and it's going to come down on you hard.
Great.
Okay. All right, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, come on, Rue.
13.
Okay. So the force, the almost concussive force of its eruption from the earth throws you back, and you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, but I have rage on, so I take half of that.
Right, on.
Ooh. And you take another 12 points of slashing damage.
What the hell? Okay, what is the math on that?
So 12 total.
12 total.
I
that
have
still
never
hurts.
heard anybody so excited about receiving slashing damage.
I know.
I am that weirdo that like slaps her chest and is like, "Yeah, come again." Yeah, she's drunk. Remember?
Wait,
And
can I
you've
go heal her, please?
Hold on. You will have your chance, but you're also knocked prone, which means you fall on your back.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're down. You're down.
I'm down.
It's
just a flesh wound.
You're right.
She's so
but
brave.
That's good that you were raging because that could have been really ugly. And now we are at Kapitch, who does something that you haven't seen him do before, though you saw the sated do when they vanquished that team of jersey-wearing zombie football fans. He leaps up into the air, and he brings his glaive down like a stinger from a murder hornet. See how topical we are? Murder hornet. Right? If anyone listens to this 2 years from now and murder hornets aren't a thing anymore, they're going to be like,
what is a murder hornet? That's a made-up thing.
No, it'll be like they know what it is, but like you're making a reference to Culture Club.
That's right. Comic
In 2 years. Time moves faster now.
All right. So he comes down and he nails the boulet for 14 points of damage. Unfortunately, it is a boulet.
What's a boulet?
So a land shark. That's just the fancy name for land shark.
Oh, it's very fancy.
So it takes the full, what did I say? 14 points of damage? 14. Okay. So that means we're now back up to Nesbit.
Go, Nesbit, go.
Well, Nesbit's just going to keep helping me so that I can have advantage on my next attack.
Okay. So he will maybe fly over.
Fly to the land shark. I'm going to tickle the land shark. Tickle him as best you can.
Okay, so he's going to go over and provide the help action, so you have advantage on your next attack. And Rue,
I'm laying down. What can I do?
you can get up. It takes half of your movement to stand, but you can get up.
All right, I get up. I hated it. This thing's going down. Can I rage lightning this motherfucker?
Yeah. Try.
Done. Ah! Okay, so rolling instead of screaming, but both at the same time. But like, there's nothing I add to it, right?
You are also impaired.
Shh, I'm always impaired.
He is within 10 feet, so you can use your bonus action to, nail him with the lightning with your storm aura.
This is what I'm saying.
Attack!
Okay. Attack! Yes. Okay, let's stick him with the pointy end if I'm allowed to do that with the Kraken's eyelash. Let's do that. Sticking it 17.
Oh yeah, that just hits. Good job.
Okay. I didn't think that was gonna. 7 plus 5 is 13 plus 2 is 15 hits of damage. And then I would like to use my left offhand to hit you with some lightning.
What?
Yeah, I'll be pissed.
Did you add your rage, your +2 rage to that?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god,
so
it's not even fair.
So it was a total of 15 damage.
Yes.
Right? Okay, great. And then now I have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
And he's not very dexterous.
Good.
He rolls a 13.
Oh, it was over 12. Damn you.
Damn it.
Okay,
Sorry.
so half damage on successes. So then, boo, 1 hit of damage.
Every bit counts. That could be the
I
thing.
bet
right?
it looks cool, though.
Yeah.
It looked so cool, guys.
As he comes, like he's landed now, you stand up and without missing a beat, you blast into him, surrounded by this corona of roiling thunder and lightning. You blast into him with your rage. Your blade is crackling with lightning, and you can smell. You imagine what a boulet steak is like, and your mouth fills with water.
It's what's for dinner. Bring it.
Boule.
Boulet.
Amic, you're up.
All right. If he has to make a saving throw, does he make a saving throw at disadvantage because Nesbit is tickling him?
Correct.
Wait,
Great.
are you
Then I am
talking
going to-
about the land shark?
The land shark, yeah.
The land shark is a she.
Is
It's true. Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
what they're calling.
Are we
it.
really worried about misgendering the land shark?
We are.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. No,
There we are. It's been established. We know.
To me, the land shark is John Belushi in a shark suit pretending to be a pizza delivery man. So
Well.
it's a he. Then I am going to toll the dead on the land shark while Nesbit tickles.
Okay. So he's got to do a wisdom saving throw.
That is correct.
12.
He fails. He fails badly. She fails.
She fails, yes.
And,
Lady Well Met. That's her name.
and I rolled a 2, but I think I get an extra thing. No, I just rolled a 2, so 2. It's like, who cares, right? Damn it.
Every little bit counts. So you, the spectral bell that we have now become oh so familiar with because Asil appears above Lady Wellmet's head. We're going to refer to her by that now because she's a lady and she deserves to be treated with respect.
Sure.
And it rattles its gong that fills the whole space here. On the ramparts, you see orc guardsmen from on either side exchanging bills and high-fiving as the battle rages on. It doesn't hurt her that much, but she shakes her head. You can see her eyes momentarily turn white as an inner eyelid blinks up from the bottom and down again, and she takes a look at you, Amic. She maybe wants to get acquainted. Vessel, you're up.
Whose bell was that? Was that mine from before? Tolling again?
No, it's mine.
Who told that fucking bell? Oh,
It was me.
that was you. All right, fine. Sorry.
So she's still within striking distance?
Yes, she's right in front of you.
Oh, well, I'm going to take my arm blade and I'm going to put it into whatever fleshy part is right in front of me. I'm not even thinking about style at this point. I'm just pushing it in.
Go for it.
24.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
Okay.
Are you going to use any of your superiority dice?
Yes, I shall use a superiority dice for this damage. Then menacing attack would be the one that applies here.
Great. Menacing attack it is. He rolls wisdom and rolls a 9, which fails,
Hooray.
which means you slash it right across the eyeball. Its inner white eyelid had come to protect it. You literally split that in half. It folds down like 2 little pieces of tissue paper. It's humbled and frightened by your skill and will now be spending its next move trying to get as far away from you as it can.
Okay.
Well done.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Asil.
God damn it. Is my voice still booming as 3 times as loud as usual?
No.
Alright, I'm just an ordinary tiny thing. But I have an inflict wounds spell that I can cast at will.
Go for it.
Which I will! And wait for it! 18.
You hit him.
Her.
Well, you hit Lady Ronet. Well met. Your inflict wounds. You guys all see Asil from about 20 feet away. She moves her fingers in a very complex manner, mutters something in a secret arcane language. Blast of arcane energy leaps out. It strikes the very frightened land shark square between right on the dorsal fin, maybe.
That sounds good.
Does a crap ton of damage. How much?
Sorry. Oh god, I'm so 3d10.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
my god. Knowing me, it'll still be a 2 somehow. Magically. 24!
Holy Ooh. Holy crap.
I almost feel bad. Almost.
So you blast into her. She is really hurt. The dorsal fin splits and snaps. It flops over. She's looking like Free Willy now more than a land shark. And that's nothing against Free Willy. I know your fin sticking straight up all the time isn't any measure of killer whale-ness.
You're worse.
I don't want to everybody loves an orca, right? But
yeah.
all I'm saying, she's not feeling her best right now. You have blasted her. That is great. And it is now her turn, unfortunately. Who's standing in front of her? Dun, 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 dun.
Last you said she was coming straight at me. But then...
me.
That was before she became afraid of me.
No. But then Treebeard scared her, so shouldn't she be trying to run away from
Well, she is trying to get away, and sorry, Asil, she comes right for you.
Oh man. She hits hard too.
You're right next to her. So
Christ.
Here we go.
Worth it.
Totally.
No regrets. Eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. That's if I die, I'm going to be singing Eye of the Tiger, just so you know that I'm preparing my Eye of the Tiger action.
Okay. So she leaps up into the air and comes slamming down on you. Her jaw snaps hard. 18.
Ooh.
Rising up to the something alive. Eye of the tiger.
How are you, Tiger?
So-
What are
so
your
you
hit points
guys-
at?
You guys
Not
see
great.
the boule, the frightened, very battered boule, leap up into the air. Asil, you see the shadow come down on you like a darkening thundercloud. Its jaw wide open, its bleeding left eye weeping with pain. Its jaws open wide and engulf you, slap down around your torso.
No.
You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
Guys,
And
I think I'm dead.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you have?
I had 14.
No.
okay, so Asil has been knocked out. The boule has her in her jaws, and she casts her aside, and
The tiger.
you see that it's right next to you, Amic. She makes eye contact with you.
I say, serves you right for making Rue give a pint of blood for the identify spell, you jerk off.
And now,
Oh my god!
Dude, we're on the same team.
He only has one
is
team.
it, am I up,
Okay.
or is it Nesbit?
Do I have to turn my microphone off now that I'm dead?
No.
Asil is dead, but Lisa lives on.
Don't worry, there's more to do. So Kapitch isn't happy to see that happen, and he rushes over to take an attack. Shoot! So he rolls a 12. He flits past you, Amic. He bumps into the invisible form of Nesbit, which distracts him momentarily, throws him off. He's standing to the left of Asil and in front of you, Amic. Takes a swing, but his glaive goes through the open mouth of the beast and lands impotently into the red soil of the dry riverbed. And that brings us back up to the top with your Nesbit.
I feel bad about Nesbit being in the way. Can I send Nesbit to Asil with my healing potion?
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
All right. Well, that is what I will do. I will instruct Nesbit to fetch a healing potion and send it to Asil.
Great. So he takes the potion. He gives a nod. He appreciates and thinks this is a very wise move. And he flips over. He's now visible, having grabbed the bottle, and he pours it into your mouth, Asil. So is it just a straight healing potion?
It is a regular old healing potion.
So I think that's 2d4 plus 2? Something like that? Asil, why don't you just roll that? 2d4 plus 2.
I am.
Don't say I never gave you nothing.
5.
Yeah, apparently I have 4 of them.
So you are still lying. Do you have 4 healing potions?
Apparently I do. Well, I bought a bunch with the money we made from our adventure that was not broadcast.
Good call.
I turned a were-rabbit.
Right. That's right. You're still a
Oh,
were-rat.
yeah, you're a were-rabbit.
Just you wait, I've been sitting on that one.
We'll never. Yeah. Okay, so Asil, you awaken, but you're still lying flat, just so you know. And
Thank you, but I'm lying flat.
you, your eyes open, and there is the golden cardboard beak toting Nesbit with an empty bottle. He's kind of popping. He's like slapping on the end like a ketchup bottle, trying to get the last drop into your throat. And
Oh, Nesbit, you're too good for your master. Remind me to adopt you.
Oh, that makes me angry.
Don't make him regret his choices.
Nesbit might pay for that.
he flips you the bird, Asil,
Nesbit
and
does.
disappears. Yeah, and disappears.
Oh, well, I thought I was giving him a compliment.
Loyal Phoenix.
And yeah, so he's gone invisible, and we're back. We're at you now, Amic.
All right. Well, I am going to I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Causing my voice to whisper in the land shark's ear,
You're not a land shark. You're not even a dirt guppy.
Dissonant whisper to pain him and cause him great agony.
Her.
Okay.
Her.
So she has to do a wisdom saving throw?
I believe so.
She rolls a 15.
I guess she only takes half damage then.
Okay.
And the half damage will be 5.
Okay. She's not looking good. The whispers fill her mind. You see her shake her head. She's frightened of Vessel. She's been blasted hard by all of you, really. It's been target practice. This last spell really hurts her. She's barely hanging on.
Finish her.
Finish her! Whoever it is, maybe it's me, I don't know.
Yeah, do I get to go? I thought I was after Nesbit.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are.
she is.
Yes, my apologies.
Oh,
Right.
wait, I lied. Hang on. Oh, I get an extra D6. Wait.
Finish her!
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I rolled a 1, so it
Boo.
just goes down. So
Throw a 1 at her!
So 1 point of damage?
well, no, because it's half a 1, so it doesn't even count.
Throw 0.5 damage at her. Basically, throw a tiny twig at her. It has no effect.
All right, you're up, Rue.
All right, let's
The
finish
thought
this.
that counts.
And
You walk up to her. She's about 15 feet away.
all right, and I'm gonna just wipe the blood from my face and say, "Let's finish this." And I take my father's sword, and I am going to pierce her with it. And then, with my offhand, I'm gonna throw some lightning on this.
Nice.
Have some shock on the bobby.
Shock
Okay.
on Bobby.
15?
No, that misses.
No! Fine, lightning.
The lightning area, yeah.
Lightning. I have to roll for lightning too, right?
Yeah, and she has to do a dexterity saving throw. So,
Ooh, not 20! Lightning!
ooh, are you kidding me?
It's shark for dinner.
So that's a crit. That's a crit. And she rolled a 5. So okay,
Tree man is
no.
excited.
Okay, all right. So no. We're getting ahead of ourselves. The lightning is something you activate. It's not something that you roll to hit because she's within 10 feet. She's within the aura, so you're not rolling a 20 for that to happen.
Oh.
You're rolling the damage dice, which is I think a D6.
Damn it, the 20 was so much more dramatic.
I know, but the D6 will still do it because she failed the dex throw.
Okay. Ooh, well, a nat 6 then. It's the highest I can go.
Nat 6 plus 1, I think.
Ooh, well, plus 2 with rage. So 8
Yes.
is
Yeah.
math.
How do you kill her? You've done it. How do you kill her? Describe her shocky death.
Describe it.
Her underbelly of blubber shakes and quakes, and I say, "For my father, return to the sea whence you came."
She holds up her legs and gives a really expression before the blubber opens up and her heart spills out onto your feet. Up on the ramparts, half of the people, those that had bet for you, let out a loud cheer. One of them is Fella, the guy that you guys first encountered and that Amic is now forever entangled with on a romantic
I feel like they're betrothed.
Pretty cool.
No matter what I look like, that's sweet. I am a golden god.
I feel bad that I tried to kill him with very little provocation. But, we've all been there.
No, he took it. He took it.
He took it well.
Yeah, he did.
I can still make a speech at their wedding,
You can't do it. So, Lady Wellmet lets out her last breath. Her viscera joins the rotting viscera of all those that she has killed here on this killing field. And with that, I think we have to consider that this is it for today's episode.
Can we loot her first? I really want a tooth.
Oh, that's a good idea. I really have to pee, but I'm willing to look for a tooth.
All right, why don't you...
I'm searching the corpses for booty. I forget the corpse. I'm searching
searching for booty.
Okay, all of you do a little search of the field. Do a little perception for you, and we'll see if there's treasure to be found.
2.
Whoa.
19.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Can I get Nesbitt to help me search?
Absolutely.
11.
20.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
And 15.
Okay. All right. And Asil, what did you roll?
11.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So why don't we start with you, Asil? And Amic, you got the 20 with... All right. And Vessel, sorry, what did you...
I had a 19.
Oh, okay. Great. So, Asil, we'll start with you. You find, as you're looking around... You find a change purse with 2 gold pieces and 6 silver pieces that is obviously fallen from someone that met an untimely end. Rue, what did you roll again?
Oh, a 15.
So Rue, you said you were looking through the body of the land shark of Lady Wellmet?
Yeah, I want her teeth, but anything else that she might have on her.
All right, so you pry, like it's right in there. It takes a while. You have to use your weapon, but you're able to, with the help maybe of your longsword, your fancy new longsword, pry away one of these beautiful, though somewhat gory teeth. And because the viscera have opened up and are at your feet, you see the glint of something in the entrails.
Ooh.
Do you want to reach for it?
I mean, yeah, but I'm going to make a noise like, ugh.
Okay. So you dip your hand into the slimy guts of Lady Wellmet, and there you find a vial with a clear liquid. Slightly, it looks like it might be, I don't know, it's sort of a pearlescent. It almost looks like mother of pearl.
I know someone who has a scroll of identify.
But I think I'll have to wait until we take a long rest, and then I'll do that.
Well, you have some scrolls, but also...
I don't mean that. I mean that I really have to pee.
Oh,
and someone has to go at 10 o'clock.
Okay, I'll be really quick. So, Amic, you're looking around.
Does someone have to go at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I have to go.
Yeah. That's why we're wrapping up. So, very quickly, Amic, you're searching. You're not finding as you sift through the soil around these holes. But you hear a little voice in your head, and you look over your shoulder. There is, for crying out loud, Nesbitt with what looks like 2 calves in his hands, and there are a pair of supple-looking boots on the feet of these severed legs.
I'm going to put them on. What do they make me feel like?
Why don't we cover that next episode?
I can't wait to find out.
And I think, is that everybody? Rue, you've looked. Amic, you've looked. Vessel, you've looked.
I have not. Well, I have, but you haven't told me if I found anything.
Oh, okay. You said you rolled a 19?
Yes.
So you're looking around. You've looked through the field. There's nothing there. But in the stones off in the area near where Nesbitt landed when he flew across, you find what looks like a musical instrument.
Oh.
It's a lute.
Oh.
Oh, no.
But there is some elvish writing on there.
Ooh.
Inlaid in some sort of silver metal. And when you move your fingers across it, there's no sound.
Across the lute, there's no sound?
Across the strings,
Uh-huh.
no sound is heard.
Oh.
Huzzah! Yay!
Keep it.
Keep it.
I mean, I'm going to keep it, but if I can't make it play, I might have to sell it.
All right.
Well,
and I just want to say that I hope that I found boots of elven kind, because when I played Amic as a 10-year-old, he had boots of elven kind.
Is that right?
Oh. When you were a 10-year-old, did you think of them as boots of Elvis kind? Be honest.
No, he was not that kind of nerd.
As you guys discuss whether or not they're Elvis or Elven boots, there's a whistle up ahead. Kapitch is waving his hand and he's moving upriver, inviting you to join him. And that is where we will pick up next week. Remember, having fought the land shark, you will now all be level 4 characters.
Huzzah!
Yeah, level up.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.